Hey, welcome back to my channel. I'm Coco, and this is episode 6 of our series, Real English Through Davina's Life Abroad. Last week, Davina tried cooking for her friends for the first time, and this week she hops on a train and heads off to explore a new city. As you're listening, try if you can catch these expressions. Get on, get off. Set off. Miss a train or bus. End up. Figure out. Ask for directions. Don't worry if you don't understand what they mean yet. Try to guess from the context, and we will break them down together after the story. Alrighty, let's get into today's story. On a Saturday morning, Davina decided she needed a change of scenery. University life had been intense lately, and she wanted to explore somewhere new. So she planned a simple day trip to another city by train. She checked the timetable twice, then again, just to be safe. At the station, everything looked busy but manageable. Davina found her platform and waited patiently. When the train arrived, she quickly got on, feeling quite proud of herself. This is easy, she thought. But about 20 minutes later, she started noticing something strange. The stops didn't sound familiar. The view outside didn't match what she had seen online. She looked at her phone. No signal. Okay, maybe it's just a delay, she told herself. The train stopped again. A voice came over the speaker, but the announcement was too fast to understand. Davina hesitated. Then she asked a nearby passenger, "Excuse me, is this going to Birmingham?" The man looked surprised. "No, this is going north. You are on the wrong train." Davina froze. Wrong train? Her heart dropped. She quickly got off at the next station. The moment she stepped onto the platform, she realized something even worse. It was completely empty. No shops, no crowd. Just one bench and a flickering sign. "This is not good," she whispered. She tried to figure out where she was, but nothing made sense. The maps didn't help. Her phone still had no signal. For a moment, she just stood there, feeling completely lost. Then she took a deep breath. Okay, I need to sort this out. She walked up to a station staff member and asked, "Hi, could you help me? I think I'm in the wrong place." The staff member smiled kindly. "Don't worry, it happens sometimes." A few minutes later, Davina found out she had to take 2 different trains just to get back on track. 2 trains, just to fix one mistake. But surprisingly, she didn't panic anymore. She just laughed softly to herself. "At least I know how to ask for help now," she thought. A couple of hours later, she finally arrived in the city she originally planned to visit. Late, tired, but oddly proud, because she didn't give up. All right, let's go back through the story and look at today's expressions. So first, we have get on and get off, super important for traveling in English. When Davina got on the train, it just means that she entered the train and started the journey. And later, when she got off at the wrong station, that means she left the train. So really simple. Get on means you go into a bus, train, or plane. Get off means you leave it. You hear this quite often if you're traveling. For example, get on the bus quickly. I got off at the wrong stop. All right, let's repeat with me. Get on, get off. Next one, set off. Davina set off on a day trip. Not the arrival, the beginning. So you might say, we set off early this morning. They set off for London at 8 a.m. It's very natural British English. People use it all the time when talking about travel. Try saying it. Set off. Set off. Third one, miss a train or bus. Miss a train or bus. So if you miss your train, it just means you were late and you didn't catch it. For example, you can say, I missed my bus, or don't miss the last train. And honestly, this is something every student experiences at least once. Okay, repeat after me. Miss the train. Miss the train. Okay, let's look at the next one. In the story, Davina ended up at the wrong station. So you are going to hear this phrase all the time in real English, okay? End up. And the way we use it is basically when something doesn't go exactly as planned, but that's where you finish. So instead of saying the whole long explanation, native speakers just say, I ended up doing something or I ended up somewhere. Let me show you how it sounds in real English. I went for a quick coffee, but I ended up staying for 3 hours. I was going to cook, but I ended up ordering takeaway. I took the wrong train and ended up in a completely different city. Okay, repeat after me. End up. End up. All right, next one, figure out. Davina was trying to figure out where she was. And this just means you're trying to understand something or solve a problem. It's a very everyday phrase. Native speakers use it all the time when something is not clear yet. For example, you can hear, I can't figure out this map, or she finally figured out the problem. So anytime something feels confusing, you can just say, I need to figure it out. I need to figure it out. Okay, let's have a look at the last one. Ask for directions. In the story, Davina asked for directions when she realized she was lost. This simply means you go to someone and ask for help finding a place. It's very practical, especially when you're traveling or new in a city. For example, you can say, can you ask for directions? Or I had to ask for directions twice. And honestly, this is a very useful skill. All right, let's repeat after me. Ask for directions. Ask for directions. Okay, that's the end of the story. As you can see, Davina is learning something really important, how to stay calm and how to ask for help when she needs it. She's really starting to get the hang of it, especially instead of panicking on her own, like before, she's learning to reach out. And you know what they say? Every cloud has a silver lining. Even the stressful moments end up teaching her something useful in the end. Next week, Davina finally arrives in the city on time, but somehow ends up at the wrong event. Want to know what happens? Stay tuned. See you next week.